Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Nintendo Obi-Wan. Today I wanted to go ahead and do the unboxing and first impressions on the Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. Now, I won't be showing too much in details as to gaming and certain other things. This is really just an unboxing and first impressions. I will be making a separate video on emulation and different Android games and probably other accessories to have on the go or just in general. But this is just going to be the unboxing and first impressions, and so far, I've been waiting for this for a little over probably about a month and a half or 2 months. Ordered this back in December. It was like December 29th, I believe, was the exact date. So as you can tell, I've been waiting for a while. Now, cost on this is going to run $99. You will have to provide shipping and any taxes that come upon that. In the US, I don't think I had to pay any taxes. It was just for the product and shipping. You can go with a cheaper option of shipping and with a more expensive. I went with the more expensive because I didn't want this to get lost in the mail. I think their cheaper option was like $15 and it was 4px, and haven't had too great of reviews from them. I haven't seen a whole bunch from them, so I didn't really want to go with them. And you could pay like $30, I think, $31 for DHL, and that's what I went for because they are a more trusted and more reliable shipping service to me. So I went ahead and got that, and in total my entire total was $131. So that's what I paid for this. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the unboxing. So I just have a knife here, and I'm going to go ahead and unbox it and try not to get any personal information off. Alright guys, so I just finished cutting all the tape around the edges, and I'll go ahead and open it now. So right on top we do have this little foam piece, and it kind of goes underneath. So I'll just grab the Retroid box, and that's all that's in this box. So I'll just go ahead and throw that out of the way. And yeah, here's the box that it officially comes in, not the shipping box. So as you can see, it has the CPU, Wi-Fi, touchscreen, Android 9, over-the-air updates, and as you can see, I got the black option. They have a purple and like a SNES variant. They call it Retro, I think. They have an orange model, and then they have a classic model. I don't remember what they call it, but it's based on the NES. But yeah, you just open the little flap right here. There's no tape on this box that I can see, so it's just all prying open. Alright guys, so the easiest way to open this box was just to open it from the bottom that I found. The top one was kind of stuck, maybe different for you, but that was how it was for me. So here are the first impressions. Alright, it's small, but it's also like a decent size if you're going to be playing retro games and, you know, different emulation games. And so it has two little gripping places to allow you to pick this up. I'll just go ahead and set this down here. And it comes with a USB-C cable, and that's all that comes in the box. So I'll just go ahead and put this around. Now, this is just a standard USB to USB-C cable for charging. It doesn't include a brick. Something that's also different that I just noticed was this little power part right here, plastic bit. It's purple. Most times they're blue for 3.0 or black for 2.0. But this one's purple. It's kind of cool, you know. A little bit different. But it doesn't come with a power brick, so you will have to like plug this up to your PC or another power brick that you may have. So we'll go ahead and set that down. And so yeah, here's the console. I mean, I think it's a pretty decent size. I mean, it does feel small, but at the same time it doesn't. Like, it's a decent size for what it is. So here is some instructions on the bottom. Just probably an overview telling you what it has, how to use it. Probably don't need this that much. But yeah. Go ahead and open it. Now, I think all the RP2 Plus models do come with this screen protector. So I'll just go ahead and set that to the side. And yeah, here's the RP2 Plus. I really like the black color. It might not be showing on camera. It's looking a little bit blue because of outside, but it's a really nice black color. I'll go ahead and show you the back. Not much happening. Just tells you it's the RP2. It doesn't say Plus, but that's because they use the same shell and whatnot from the RP2. 4,000 milliamp battery at 3.7 volts, and the input is 5 volts at 2 amps. And looking at the triggers, they have a really decent click sound and feel, if you know what I mean. I really like the trigger buttons, and yeah, I mean, these buttons feel really great, actually. I mean, I thought that they would kind of be a lower quality since it is kind of like an off-brand people who make it. It's not like branded Xbox or Nintendo, but it feels really good. The slider is a slider. I really wish it was analog, but um, it is what it is. And one thing that is different about this analog stick from other controllers is that it doesn't click in to have like L3 and R3. So it doesn't click in, and that's just kind of weird to feel because like I don't think I've ever had a controller that doesn't have it, and it's almost like a natural inclination to want to click it. So that's a little bit different. And these little buttons down here feel really nice, actually. You know, they stick out just enough for you to be able to press them really nice, and they don't go in too deep to where it feels kind of cheap. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the screen protector off camera, and then I'll come back to the video and bring more. Alright guys, so I just installed the screen protector, and as you can see, it doesn't add much height. Hopefully it doesn't affect the touchscreen too much, but as you can see, there's a little bit of residue from the air bubbles that got left in. I had to lift it up a little bit and kind of let them out, but it's not too bad. You definitely won't notice it probably when the screen is on. So yeah, I mean, the screen protector is a really nice addition that they add. You can let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I'm going to go ahead and see if this has any battery. And if you look on the top, the power button is almost inverted from the Nintendo Switch. I'll show a size comparison in just a second, but it's the power button on the Switch is over on here, but on this one it's kind of over here, so that's kind of a little different. Okay, so real quick, I wanted to go ahead and show a kind of like a size comparison as to the RP2 Plus to a Nintendo Switch Lite and a 3DS. I'll just go ahead and set this down kind of in the center. And here is a Nintendo Switch Lite for size comparison. And then here is a 3DS. Go ahead and get this cord out of the way. And there is the size comparison. The RP2 Plus is just slightly smaller from the 3DS. It's pretty much the same size if I put it on top of it. As you can see, it's pretty much the same size. The 3DS is slightly bigger though, and that is a 3DS XL. I don't know if the 3DS is any smaller, but that's a size comparison for anyone who might need it. And I just wanted to go ahead and show the 3DS XL next to the RP2 Plus. So as you can see, it's about the same size. The screen is slightly bigger on the 3DS XL on the bottom in height. The width is pretty much the same, as you can see, but the height is just slightly bigger on the 3DS XL. But there's that. I'll go ahead and move on because we're focusing on the RP2 Plus. And nothing happened, so I'm just going to go ahead and press it one more time and hold it down. And it buzzed, so there you can see Retroid Pocket. The screen looks actually really nice to only be 480p resolution. And I'll go over the specs in just a second once I turn this on and boot it up and see how it looks. So yeah, I mean, I'm actually really liking this thing so far. Looks just like it would be for a Android phone that's been mostly adapted for emulation and whatnot. English is already selected. Now I will set up internet later, so I'll just go ahead and skip this for now. I'll go ahead and skip time zone too. Now here you can see there's different things that I can install, such as Citra, Dig. I'm not sure what that one is. Dolphin MMJR or Dolphin MMJR2, Flycast, Game something, Mupen M64 Plus, Moonlight Streaming, PPSSPP, RetroArch, Redream, Steam Link. Don't know what that one is. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and click Citra, Dig, and all the emulators that I want to put on here. I'm gonna go ahead and put PPSSPP. I'll leave off Mupen 64 Plus. I have APK to install that, so I'll just go ahead and install that separately. RetroArch, we want RetroArch, Steam Link, and then I'll just hit next. and it'll start to install. So while all that is installing, everything's already installed to it actually. So that, as you can tell, I didn't connect it to the internet. Everything's already installed, so it's pretty much just gonna kind of show up now. I don't know if it deletes the other apps or whatnot, but while that's just going ahead and going, I'm gonna set this down, and I'll go over the specs real quick. Now, for the CPU of this Retroid Pocket 2 Plus, this has the Unisoc quad-core Tiger T310. That has one ARM Cortex A75 chip running at 2 gigahertz and 3 ARM Cortex A55 running at 1.8 gigahertz. And for the GPU, we have the PowerVR GE8 300. This has 2 gigabytes of LPDDR4 RAM, and it's got 32 gigabytes of eMMC storage, and that is onboard storage. So there's no micro SD card in this right now, but you can add up to 1 TB, I believe. I did contact them about the micro SD cards to make sure my micro SD card will work, and they did say that the RP2 Plus supports up to 1 TB, which is really good. And this is running Android 9. I don't know if you can update it to 10 or anything or higher, but right now it's going through Android 9. This has Wi-Fi 2.4G and 5G and Bluetooth 5.0 built in. The battery is a 4,000 milliamp battery. The screen is a 3.5-inch 480p touchscreen, and the aspect ratio is a 4:3. Now, I was going to measure the screen, and I'll just go ahead and measure that off camera. Alright guys, so for the RP2 Plus, going across the RP2 Plus's screen, not diagonally, the screen sits at 2 3/4 inches. The height of the screen is pretty much 2 inches, I believe. It was right at 2 inches almost. It's a little bit over. And then diagonally it is 3.5 inches. So if you want to if you're thinking about getting this and you want to kind of see how big the screen would be, you can measure that out on paper and kind of see how big the screen would be. But yeah, that's the screen sizing for this. And the other specs, it does have integrated rumble motors, and as you saw or probably heard in when I booted this up, you probably could hear the motors. And I haven't felt them in gaming yet. Like I said, I'll be making a separate video on that. But yeah, overall, that rumble that I felt did feel pretty good. Probably not the best, but probably definitely not the worst. It does have a different type of D-pad and buttons. They say that the RP2 Plus has the same shell as the RP2, but separate buttons. So all the buttons are upgraded, so I really like that. It does have a left and right analog joystick. However, the right one is a slider, and the left one is like a analog trigger sort of thing. And I don't know how much I'll like the slider gaming, especially both of them not having L3 and R3, but I'll get to that in the next video. It does have its own game launcher and front end, so if you don't want to use theirs, you could always use RetroArch, which is pretty much a front end kind of, or you could use something else such as Launchbox or Dig. And the last thing it has is OTA support for upgrading or just updating it for certain things. But yeah, that's all the specs for it. But I'll go ahead and turn this back on, and I'm gonna go ahead and connect the Wi-Fi. Alright guys, so I went ahead and connected to my Wi-Fi here, and one thing I just wanted to show you guys real quick was the storage. Before I add a micro SD card, it's already used 8.87 gigabytes, and as you can see, if we go out, you can see we only have 23.13 gigabytes free. So if you didn't want to add another micro SD card, you have 23 gigabytes pretty much to work with. And I'll just go out real quick. Here is the overall setup, and I'm gonna say for 480p, I thought the screen was gonna be pretty bad with certain text, but it's actually really good on here. I actually really like it. Like a 480p screen actually really works for this, because I really thought it was gonna be horrible looking and too small and too bad, but I really like this. I really do enjoy the screen. But if you didn't want to add a micro SD card, you do have around 28 gigabytes to work with, or 23 gigabytes, whatever it said. The Play Store, I still haven't added my Google Play Store, so I'll just go ahead and add that real quick, and then I'll go ahead and show the micro SD card putting in, and then I'll be back. Alright guys, so I went ahead and signed into my Google Play Store, my Google account, and as you can see, it has Google Play, so I mean, you could add all of your apps that you ever wanted on here. Something I did find pretty hard was typing on this thing. Now you can put this little bar down, or you can swipe up to bring it back. And it's a lot easier if you have this up when you're typing, just because it's kind of hard to click down in the corner for some reason when you're typing. So if you are going to be typing a lot with this, that might be something you want to do, is just have that bar up when you're typing, because I found it a lot easier. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn this all the way off. I'm just going to click power off. And as you can hear that rumble, I do like the rumble actually, it's pretty nice. But the micro SD card slot is right down here. And a lot of people say it's hard to get a micro SD card in and out, and I haven't tried it yet, but here is my 256 gigabyte micro SD card. I'll leave a link to this down below. I just got this on Amazon pretty quickly. So I don't know which way it goes. As you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see that. Get my finger out of the way. But you can see the slot in there. And if you look closely, the pins, I believe, are on the top. So it goes in upside down. And that was not hard at all. I hear a lot of people saying it's really hard to get it in and out, and I'm going to just go ahead and try and take it out. And it's not that hard. I mean, I might have small hands, which I don't really. But it's not hard to get that micro SD in and out. Mine just might be really easy at doing it, but it was not hard for me. Now I'll just go ahead and power this back on. And there's the rumble again. And I do like it. It feels like the Nintendo Switch rumble, sort of. Maybe a little bit cheaper than that, if you know what I mean. But it does kind of, it feels okay. It's not horrible, but it's not the best, I don't guess. And I do like that pop-up. I really do like how the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance pop-ups look. So I do like that for this. And as you can see, it says SanDisk SD card. And I'll just click tap to set up. It should have taken me there. It may not have. But I'll just go ahead and click that. It says, how will you use this SD card? I will use handheld console storage. And it says the SanDisk SD card needs to be formatted to store apps, files, and media. Now, I already have a whole bunch of stuff added onto this, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that yet. I'm going to just click setup later, and I'm going to use it to get games and stuff on my RP2 Plus real quick, because I really don't want to have to upload everything again. I may do it off camera once I show off a little bit, because I'm not going to do any kind of gaming on this yet. But this is just the first impression, so I won't be showing that in this video. But yeah, I mean, there's the RP2 Plus. There's not really much else to talk about, I don't think. If there's any questions that you have, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try and get it either in my next video or something else. But yeah, there is the Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. If you like this video, please leave a comment down below telling me what you liked most or what you didn't like. Please give this video a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel to really help out my channel. And yeah, until the next video, have a great day.